Okay, good evening, everyone. Happy Frutikas. Welcome, welcome, welcome to young and old, to everyone who's here. We are so excited for Frutikas 5781 2021. This is great. Everyone's joining us. We're getting ready to get started. This is wonderful. Getting the Rabita's helping me with the running order. There's so many kids who are taking part. We're just going to get all that set up now. And we're going to begin with the Mizmorim, the Shirei HaMa'alot. Shir HaMa'alot means a song of ascents. And each time we sing one of these chapters, we're going to go up a level. We're spiritually rising as we see our young trees, our young children, our grandchildren, as they are preparing us. I'm going to share on screen the text if you don't have your Zechut Yosef, so that you can see the prayer. And I think our first reader is our very own Kochava Chassan. So Kochava, take it away. You're going to begin with your Mizmor.
Shir HaMa'alot Adonai Batara Kali Karati Vaya'aneni Adonai Hatilanashi Yisbat Sheker Milashon Remiyah Maitan Lecha Mayasif Lach Lashon Remiyah Chitzegi Ber Shinunim Im Gachadei Betamim Oyali Higarti Measha Shachanti Maholek Hadar Rabat Shechna Lanashi Im Sana Shalom Ani Shalom Lechi Adaber
Chazaka uverucha. Our next reader tonight we have Yaakov Chaleva, and he's going to be reading Psalm 121. Yaakov, are you ready? You want to unmute yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, Yaakov, take it away. 121.
Okay. Shir Lamalot Esane El Harima Ain Yavo Ezri Mini Adonai Oseh Shemayim Va'aretz Al Yitem Lamot Reglecha Al Yonim Shomerecha Hine Lo Yonim Velo Yishan Shomer Yisrael Adonai Shomerecha Adonai Tilecha Al Yad Yaminecha Yomam Hashem Yishlo Yakeka Ve'areach Balayla Adonai Yishmorcha Mikol Ra Yishmor Et Nafshecha Adonai Yishmor Setecha Uvoecha Me'ata Ve'ad Olam.
Hazaku Baruch Yaakov, that was beautiful. And now moving right along, Kuf Chaf Bet, we have Gabriela Hassan.
Shir HaMa'alot LeDavid Samachti be'omerim li Beit Adonai Nelech Omedot hayu ragleinu B'sharat Yerushalayim Yerushalayim habenuya Ke'ir shefuara la yachdav Shesham alu shevatim shivteya Edut leYisrael Lehodot l'Shem Adonai Ki shama yeshevu kisot leMishpat kisot levei David She'alu shalom Yerushalayim Yishau ohavayich Yehi shalom bechelech shava ba'armenotayich leman achai vereya adabarana shalom ba'ach leman beit Adonai Eloheinu avaksha tovach.
Chazakah Baruch Gabi, beautiful job, nicely done. And now we're going to have for Psalm 123, we're carrying on up, we're getting up on those steps, we're feeling very excited. Kuf Chaf Gimel, we have Miriam and Leah Zana. Miriam and Leah, are you ready?
Rabbi, we're Kuf Kaf Tet, I believe.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Does anybody else have this one?
Which one did you prepare? 129 or 123?
129.
Okay, it's not this one here, not this 4 lines. Does it look familiar?
Nope, ours is much longer.
Okay, I will take Kuf Chaf Gimel. I'll jump in. שיר המעלות, אליך נשאתי את עיניי, היש בי בשמיים, הנה כן העבדים אל יד אדוניהם, כן השיבך, אל יד גביתה כן עינינו, אל אדוני אלוהינו עד שיחוננו, חוננו ליחוננו, כי רב שבענו בוז, רבת סבל נפשנו, על הגשננים, הבוז לגאונים.
Grandma, you did a nice job, but the children are really doing
Oh,
better.
come on, I like pinching it. I'm always in it for the team. 1, 2, 4 with Javi Mylan. Javi, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Javi, take it away. 1, 2, 4.
Shir Ma'alat LeDavid Ule Adonai Shayalanu Yamarna Yisrael Ule Adonai Shayalanu Bekum Alenu Adam Azai Chayim Belaonu Bacharat Apam Banu Azai Mam Shatafunu Nachla Avar Al Nafshenu Azai Avar Al Nafshenu Hamayim Hazedonim Baruch Adonai Shalom Natananu Terf Lishanahem Nashana Katzipar Memetam Pach Lakashim Hapach Shparanach Mulatnu Azana Misham Adonai Asa Shamayim Va'aretz.
Very, very nice, Javi. And now, we have your sister Rivki. Rivka, you ready?
שיר המעלות, הבוטחים באדוני כרציון לא ימות לעולם ישב. ירושלים הרים סביב להב אדוני, סביב לעמו מעתה ועד עולם. לא ינוח שרת הרשע על גורל צדיקים, למען לא ישלחו צדיקים בעבודת ידיהם. הטיבה אדוני לטובים ולישרים בליבותם, והמתים מקלקל אותם. הולכים אדוני פועל יבן שלמה ישאל.
Nice, Rivki. And now, Kuf Chavav, we have Yaakov Haleva. Yaakov, you ready for your second one? Let's go for it.
Yeah. Shir Hamalab, Shu Adonai et Shuatim, Hayinu Kechomim, Azam Lesachopinu, Ushana Narina, Azam Rubagim, Hidiana Sotim Ele, Hidiana Sotim Imano, Hayinu Semachim, Shubadonai et Shuatenu, Kafikim Benegev, Hazarim Bedima, Berina Yitzoro, Aloch Yelechu Bachol, no se Mesha Hazara, Boya Bo Berina, no se Alumotav.
Azaku Baruch Yaakov, another great job. And by the way, anyone who tuned in thinking it was time to have some fruits, you know what? We're still climbing those steps. We've got to make it up there spiritually. Kuf Chav Zayin, we're going to hear Chavi again, B'chavod.
Shir Ma'alat Ishlama Im Adonai Lo Yivnei Vayit Shav Amelu V'Nabo Im Adonai Lo Yishmor Ir Shav Shakad Shomer Shav Lachem Mashkimekum Me'acharei Shavet Ochel Lechem Atavim Ken Yiten Lidido Shena Hine Nachalat Adonai Banim Tzachar Periya Baten Kechitzim B'Yad Gibor Ken B'nei HaNeorim Ashrei HaGever Asher Mila Et Ashpatam Mehem Lo Yevoshu Ki Yadaberu Et Oyevim Bashar.
Nice job. Kuf Chav Chet 1 to 8. Rivki.
שיר המעלות, אשר כל ירא אדוני הולך בדרכיו, יגיע כפיך כי תאכל, דרכיו וטוב לך, שתיך כגפן פוריה, בידך כתבתך, בניך כשתי זיתים, סביב על שולחנך. הנה פיכם יברך גבר, ירא אדוני, יברכך אדוני מציון רב וטוב ירושלים, כל ימי חייך, ובנים לבניך, שלמה ישראל.
Very nicely done. Okay, and now Kuf Chav Tet, I think we may have, we're doing this one twice. So I think we're going to have the Zanas go first, and I think Izzy Alma also knows this one. So let's have the Zanas go first.
שיר המעלות, רבת צלמוני מנורי, יאמרנה ישראל, רבת צלמוני מנורי, גם לא יגלו לי, לא גבי חרשו חרושים, העריכו למעניתם, אדוני צדיק, כיסא עבוד רשעים, יבושו ויסוגו לאחור, כל שני ציון, יהיו כחצר גנות, שקדמת שלף יבש, שלום מילא כפות קצר, וחסנו מאמן, ולא אמרו הבורים, ברכת אדוני אליכם, ברכנו אתכם בשם אדוני.
That's going to be the cutest thing I've ever heard. That was beautiful. Chazakotu Beruchot. Izzy, are you ready?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Ramalo,
Rabba Sararuni Mine Urai Yomarna Yisrael Rabba Sararuni Mine Urai Gamlo Yacheluli Al Gabi Korshu Korshin Harry Hulama Anitam Adonai Sadi Kite Avot Shaim Yevoshu Veisogu Achor Kol Sene Sion Yehu Kakasir Ganot Shekadmat Shalaf Yavesh Shelomi Lekapokotzer Vechiseno Me'amer Velo Ameru Ha'averim Birkat Adonai Alechem Berachenu Echem Beshem Adonai.
Beautiful, Izzy. Not to be outdone by those girls. You did a great job, Izzy. Beautiful. And now, Kuf Lamed, we have Yaakov Maiman. We've heard from his sisters. Now let's hear from Yaakov. Kuf Lamed.
Shir Ma'ala Mima Makim Karatich Adonai Adonai Shima Vekoli Tiena Necha Kashuvot Lekot Hanunai Im Avonot Tishmor Ya Adonai Mi Amod Kim Kimecha Selicha Leman Tivare Kiviti Adonai Kiveta Nashi Lili Baruch Alti Nashi Adonai Mishamerim Laboker Yachel Israel Adonai Ki Im Adonai Chesed Ve'Rebne Imo Fedud Uvdet Israel Mikol Avonotav.
Azaku Baruch Yaakov. Beautiful. And now we've heard from Kochava and Gabi Hassan. Now it's time for our youngest Mizmor reader is going to be Ruti Hassan. It's going to read a full Mizmor. We're up to Shir Hamala number Kuf Lamed Aleph 131. Take it away, Ruti.
שאמר לדוד אדוני לא גבה ליבי ולא רמו עיניי ולא חילקתי בגלו ופנפלא ממני אם לא שיוויתי ודוממתי נפשי כרמול עלי אמו כרמול עלי נפשי יכול ישראל אדוני מעתה ועד עולם.
Hazakal Berucha. Beautiful job, Ruti. And now that was the short one. Now we have the longest Mizmor. So we're going to have our oldest reader. We'll go back to Kochava, who's going to do Kuf Lamed Bet. It's a very long Mizmor, and we're almost at the top of our climbing. We're Kuf Lamed Bet. Kochava, take it away.
שיר המעלות זכור אדוני לדוד הכהונתו אשר נשבע לאדוני נדר לבית יעקב אם אבוא בו ותהי אלה על ארץ ישראל אם ייתן שנה לעיני לפת תנומה על אמצע מקום לאדוני משכנות לבית יעקב אם נשמענו בפרצה מצאנו בשדיה נבוא על משכנותיו נשתחווה לאדוני רגליו קום אדוני למנוחתך עטרון עוזך כהניך ילבשו צדק בחסידיך ירננו בעבור דוד עבדיך אל תשב פני משיחך נשבע אדוני לדוד אמת לשובי מני מפרי בניך אשית לכיסי לך אם ישוב בניך בארצי ועודתי זלמדם גם ביניהם עד יד ישבו לכיסי לך כי בחר אדוני בציון איבה למשב זו מנוחתי עד יד פה אשב קיוויתיה שדה ברך אברך אביוניה אשביע לכם וכהניה אבש ישע וחסידיה רנן ירננו שם מצמיח קרן לדוד ערכתי נר לממשיכי אובל בלל בשבושת בעליו יציץ נזרוק.
Hazakal Berucha. Nicely done, Kochava. That is a tough Mizmor. I've done that one before. It's very tough, and you made it look super, super easy. Kuf Lamed Gimel. We are now up to Moshe Turjaman. Moshe, are you ready?
Yes.
Take it away, Moshe.
ירמלו לדוד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבט אחים גם יחד כשמן הטוב על הראש יורד על הזקן זקן אהרון שיורד על פידותיו כטל חרמון שיורד על הררי ציון כשם ציווה אדוני את הברך החיים עד העולם.
Hazaku Baruch Moshe, beautiful job. And now to do the final Mizmor on the 15th level, the 15th step, we're feeling almost ready to make Berachot. We're going to hear from Isaac Maiman, Bechavod, Kuf Lamed Daled.
Shir Hamala, he never hurt Adonai, call of the Adonai, help me team the Adonai Balal, Set Yedachem Kodesh, Ubarahu at Adonai, Yever Adonai Mitzion, Ose Shamayim Ba'aretz.
Hazaku Baruch. I'm going to stop my share for 1 second. Can we just have a jazz hands or a kol hakavod for all those wonderful boys and girls from our from 4th grade up. Actually, no, we had a 3rd grader from 3rd grade to 8th grade. What an incredible job. I am just so proud of all of you.
Miriam's in 2nd grade.
And Leia's in 2nd. You know what? Thank you, Miriam. Leia is in 2nd grade. So, wow. No, Miriam's in 2nd grade. Sorry, I'm bad. You got me there. We had 2nd all the way to 8th. Incredible. And now it's almost time to have some of these delicious treats. But now we're going to hear from our even younger SPH members, our Sephardic members, for some new parts. We're going to hear from Irene is in 4th grade, but we are going to hear from kids all the way from
4th grade to, I think our youngest might be 3, might be 4.
We're going from
3 years old
all the way to 4th grade. So we're going to hear from some more youngsters reading, and we're going to hear from Irene, who's going to read a pasuk, which is really what Frutikas is all about, the 7 species of the land of Israel, which are what all these fruits that we're going to have. So Irene, if you'd like to unmute yourself, and I'm going to share our screen again, and you're going to do the pasuk.
And I'm doing the English, right?
You're going to do the Hebrew and the English.
Okay. A land of wheat, barley, grape, fig, and pomegranate. A land of oil, olives, and date honey.
Beautiful, absolutely. A land of wheat and barley, of grapes, figs, and pomegranates, a land of olives and dates. And I'll tell you, I am getting hungry. I want to have a biscotto. It's very interesting. There are lots of different orders on this one, and you might see in the Zechut Yosef it's a little different, but we are going to follow, if I had in front of me an order of how to make these blessings. If I was going to have bread, hamotzi, I would make no other blessings. Hamotzi covers everything, so we're not going to make bread. Instead, we're going to take, if I have all these fruits and grains in front of me, what goes first? The first thing I will make is a mezonot. That's the first bracha. So who's up for biscottos?
And I said if you sadly don't have a biscotto at your house, anything that is made from wheat counts.
Yes, anything. So if you got a cracker, a cookie, go for it. Who's up for that? Who's making that bracha?
So that is
Helene Zwelling, are you ready?
That's us. We are ready. Ready.
All right, let's hear it.
I'm Gecko.
Rocky's Gecko.
Oh, absolutely.
Say
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei mizo.
Amen. And everyone, since we're all on Zoom, we can make our own barachot because we're all on our own separate tables. So make your baracha too.
I looked at the song. It was like the cutest 5, 6, 7 items this time.
Chava and I are sharing. We had the cinnamon ones and also the sesame biscottos.
it's a big debate for which one's better, you know.
Sesame.
I actually prefer cinnamon, but I know a lot of you will tell me that the sesame is the more authentic.
They're so much prettier.
Right. Yeah, I think both of them.
But we really upped our biscotto game thanks to the what? Well, to Terry Azos, but the ongoing series of Sephardic baking. Okay, we should probably keep going.
No, talk less.
You can't hurry bizcocho eating, it's true.
What was someone say the mouth with the mouth full?
If you have prehito, and I'll show you what prehito is. Prehito is a it's a dessert made from bulgur wheat, and Kochava, again, God bless her, and Ruti, we're busy this afternoon. It was a half day at the Hebrew Academy, so Kochava made this beautiful prehito and Ruti, and it has bulgur, and it has walnuts, and what else is in there?
Date honey and bulgur wheat and water and sugar and cinnamon.
No, it's all nice. It's the same bracha as what I've already made, so it doesn't need a new bracha. Anything which has one of the 5 grains, so this one has some barley in it, or bulgur in it, it doesn't get a new bracha. In some places it says shehakol. This isn't. This is actually, because it's one of the 5 grains, it's also mezonot, so no new bracha is required. So if you have it, just enjoy. I'm not going to have too much of this, because otherwise you're just going to be watching me chewing.
So as we're going to work our way through, because that's what that pasuk was that Irene read so beautifully. Those are the Shivat Haminim, the 7 special products of Israel. And that is what, though not exclusively, what we are going to eat and enjoy tonight. So it connects us to, this high spiritual level, and to Israel and the foods that are promised to us in the Torah in Israel. And I like the fact that almost every one of them has a special connection elsewhere in our Jewish year. So the wheat, that's the dough, that's the challah, and that's the matzah, and it's all the delicious bread items too.
And what do you think about barley? What's barley?
Rabbi, what about kiddush?
You know what? We're going to get that next, Yana. We're going to have the wine.
Okay.
If we're going to do it, if you had to do your order, as I was talking about at the beginning, if we have bread, it ruins the whole game. So we don't do bread. So you do wheat first and then barley. Those are both mezonot. After that, the next bracha coming up is Borei Priya Geffen. We do a wine. So we're going to do some wine. So if you've got some wine or some grape juice, take your glasses and let's fill those up.
Yeah.
Who's up for wine?
Me. Absolutely. But here I'm going to. Well, while everyone pours, the pasuk is going to be read by Irene in Hebrew, and then in Ladino by Ruti, and then the bracha made by Micah Goss. Micah Gossman's English. Sorry, bracha's Reina. I skipped a line by accident. I was still concentrating on what happens to the barley. The barley's special turn during the year is counting the Omer. And from Pesach until Shavuot, every day we do Sfirat HaOmer, counting the Omer, but it really is about the barley sacrifice that is happening. All right, did everyone get to pour their wine while I was talking?
Everyone's got some wine with some grape juice. I'm going to reshare my screen, and then we're going to turn to
Irene.
Irene, you're up again. Hold on. Let me bring it up here. Yeah, go for it. Number 3, vino.
Mahuni be'ashisha rapiduni betabuhin wait. Yeah. Samahuni be'ashisha rapiduni betabuhin ihola alani.
Beautiful. That's so nice. I'm going to come over now. Ruthie is going to do some Ladino for us.
Asufre me conas redomas de vino, afulisha me conas manzanas, que doleos adamoyo.
Did you grow up speaking Ladino, Ruthie? I love that. They're all a native. And who's up for English?
Now we have the Gottesmans.
Micha Gottesman, go ahead.
Okay, Gottesmans, let's hear you.
Micha is going to do it in English, and then Reina is going to do it in Hebrew. Go ahead, Micha.
Go for it.
Wine come from me.
Slower.
That is a wine come from me. That was because I am sick of love.
Very
You're
nice.
sick with love. Absolutely you are. I love that.
Okay, and Reina, in Ivrit, please go ahead.
Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu
Melech.
melech haolam borei pari hagefen.
All right.
Amen. and Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hageshem. I want to say Areskov Dados, lean to the left, but I won't.
Make l'chaim instead.
L'chaim, con salute to everyone. That was beautiful. I'm loving hearing our youngsters. This is so beautiful. So now we've done wine. Do you want to talk a little bit about wine, Rabisa?
Well, wine is what we use to sanctify everything. That is for Kiddush. That's for so much Kiddusha. So there's not, oh, that is the wine holiday. Although Pesach probably gets the most wine with our wonderful 4 cups. But wine is something that we so much celebrate and enjoy around so many Jewish holidays. So I don't know what we would do if it wasn't one of the Shivat HaMinim.
I don't know. All right. So now what's next? What are we up to now?
Now we have, well, we've got all of these tree products. So we need to make a bracha on all of our tree products. So we're going to say Borei Pri Ha'etz on those olives to start with.
Okay, so here's the question. Why are we doing olives when, why is it olives first? Because if we looked at that pasuk, olives are towards the end of the verse. The reason is when it comes to the halacha, we go to, I'm going to share this on my screen so you can see it, we go to the order of things, how they're connected to the proximity to the word eretz. So if you can see on my screen here, I have here wheat and barley, then I've got grapes or wine, then figs, then dates, figs, then pomegranates, and then I have the word eretz again, then olive oil, and then date honey. So we see here, if I go by the second eretz, olives is one word away from the word eretz. And that's why olives is the next one on, as opposed to if you were expecting grapes or figs. So now we're going to do olives, and making that barakah is going to be Mr. Max Zana.
Help me. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri ha'etz.
Amen. Baruch Atah.
I want that.
Was that little Max? How old are you, Max?
Max, how old are you?
4.
4. I love it. I love how we've got 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds getting involved in this. This is so exciting.
So which holiday is the grape special? I mean, it's the olive special.
Yeah, who knows? Which is the holiday which we do lots of olives or olive oil? Who knows?
Hanukkah?
Hanukkah, Donna. Excellent. Yeah. So now we've done our olives. This one doesn't have a pasuk from Shir HaShirim, but you know what does have? The dates. So with your date, we are going to have Shia Merriman Cohen reading the pasuk. We're going to have the English by Victoria Littman, and I have an open spot for the Ladino. So if one of our younger or older members wants to jump in and read it, I've got a free Ladino line here if someone wants to do it. If not, I can be the ringer. So it depends who wants to do it. It's Dactyles, it's dates, and we're going to hear Shire Merriman Cohen.
Vetamar ochaza besantina vehiu na shadaich keshkelot hagefen vereach apech katapuchim.
Very nice, Shaya. Okay, and then we're having I'll jump in with Ladino, okay? Disha suve en eldati la travare en tus ramas. Y sean agora tus pechos como racimos de la vid, y huesmo de tu nariz como las manzanas. And now Victoria in English.
I said, I will go up to the palm tree. I will take hold of its boughs. Your best shall be as clusters of the vine, and the smell of your nose like apples.
Okay, beautiful. So we've made the et, so we don't need to make the baracha. and then we just eat and enjoy it. Double check if your dates to make sure there's no buggies, and enjoy it.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
So there's a trickier one. What is dates special Chag? When does it get a special turn on our calendar? What holiday does it get?
I know.
Does anyone know dates? What's their special holiday? What are you going to go with?
No, I was waiting to see if somebody knew because it's
What's the holiday where they try to do matchmaking?
Tu B'Av. Good guess, and I like the pun. I appreciate that.
Glad you got that.
We can all go on many dates, absolutely.
All right, my kids are eager to answer because I quizzed them on this earlier in the week. But I want to see if anybody in the audience. You had a test on it today?
One of the questions was
If you have that on a test day, then I want to hear Izzy Elmo answer the question.
I think Jacob knows the answer, no? Nope. What's the answer? Okay, Trevor, what's the answer?
And I want to say, well, this is a question.
Do we eat lots of dates on Sukkot?
No, but we use the lulav, which is made out of a date palm, which is a special branches from a date tree.
Izzy, were you going to say that?
I know.
I love your honesty. I think we're moving on now. What are we having now?
Figs. And I have not yet figured out where the fig special Chag is.
You haven't figured it out, have you? I guess my ego shouldn't get involved in the egos.
Maybe it'll just stay with Shvat for his special holiday.
There we go. Does everyone know that you don't want to get your ego involved in your egos? The Ladino for figs is egos.
Nice.
And for figs, we have?
The Hebrew is Gamliel.
We have Gamliel Gottesman to do the Hebrew, followed by Nora Hayes doing the Ladino, and then Nora and Leah are going to do the English.
Go ahead.
Hatena chanta fageha vehagef anim smadar natenu reach komi lech raati yafatu ulechi lach.
Oh, beautiful. Gamliel, like a pro, I tell you. It's like you were born for this community. How many generations is your family? Seattle, is that 5, 6? Wow, beautiful.
Gamaliel is number 6, thank God.
Wow, mashallah,
Amazing.
beautiful. It's wonderful having the Gottesmans back in Seattle. Noni must be very proud. And now the Ladino for another multi-generational Sharchon, Jerusalem family. We're going to have the Hayes doing the Ladino and the English. Okay. Beautiful.
The fig tree puts her forth green figs, and the vines with the tender grapes give a good smell. Arise, my love, my fair one, and come away.
Oh, wow, so nice. I tell you, Chazukatu Baruchot, I'm just loving all our youth and how well they're doing with these beautiful verses from Shir and Song of Songs. And now we're up to Agranadas.
Rimonim.
Rimonim,
And when the
pomegranates.
pomegranates get their other turn. I think this one's easier because they look just like it when we eat it. They're not tricking us like the. Yeah? Helene, were you raising your hand? All right, when do we eat pomegranates?
When was the last time we ate pomegranates?
No.
Rosh Hashanah is what we said.
Well done, Zwellings. That's right.
Absolutely.
We eat them on Rosh Hashanah, but we have as many mitzvot as seeds.
Absolutely. Who's reading for tonight? We got pomegranates.
Abraham Caro.
Abraham
A
Caro.
new member to our community.
Representing that beautiful tradition of having beautiful Moroccan families in our Kehillah. Abraham's going to do the Hebrew. We're going to have Tova Hassan doing the Ladino. And we're going to have Hannah Robachek in English.
In our beautiful tradition of having Ashkenazi.
Absolutely. All right. Let us hear Abraham. Take it away. Wow, I love it. You've picked up our Masorah beautifully. And now let's hear another Ladino expert, Tova Hassan. Nice, Tova. And now the English.
As a piece of pomegranate are your temples within your locks.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Oh, wow. I love it. Good job, Hannah. And now?
Manzanas.
Manzanas.
All right, when do apples get a turn? Well, that's kind of a trick question because the apple, was it one of the Shivat Aminim? Is it one of the 7 fruits were promised in the pasuk that Irene read so beautifully? No, it wasn't there. So why is it here?
Why is it here?
I think because Shir HaShirim talks about it, because it is in the Torah, not in the Tanakh, not in the same place. But I think that's why. All right, is Ruti ready to read the words?
It's very interesting that we're meant to have, according to tradition, somewhere between 15 and 30 fruits. I mean, our tradition here is to have about 10. So I'm not sure, it's like a combo. It's more than 7 species of Shivat Haminim, but it's not as many as 15 or 30. Who do we have for this one?
Ruti Leah.
Ruti is doing the Hebrew, and we have Victoria doing the English, and Tova doing the Ladino. Okay, I'm going to bring it up. Hold on. Where are we here? Wow, I'm enjoying all this fruit. Okay, I'm going to bring up Ruti Leah. Okay, go for Ruti. Very nice. And who's doing the Ladino? Tova. Lovely. Hazakatu Beruchot. And now the English we're going to have Victoria Littman for another go. Let's hear Victoria.
As the apple tree among the trees of the forest, so is my beloved among the young men. I sat down under his shallow with great delight, and his fruit was sweet to my taste.
Oh, beautiful. All right, so everyone, please enjoy your beautiful manzanas. Thank you to Jeannie Myman. Kochava made some beautiful apple dulce, learning from Jeannie's beautiful demonstration she did for us on Rosh Hashanah. So I'm going to enjoy this apple manzana.
Sweet.
Very nice. Jeannie, it came out beautifully. And now we're up to
nuts.
Nuts. We're going to have Tova Hassan is going to do the Hebrew. Again, I have an open Ladino line. If someone wants to do the Ladino, I've got an open opportunity. And then the English is going to be Lani. Lani Littman is going to finish us off.
Which one is it?
Does someone want to volunteer for the Ladino? Any volunteers? Gabby Hassan is going to volunteer. Okay, winging it, I love it. It's hard to wing the Ladino, but if you'd like to, I am happy to oblige. I'm going to share my screen one more time so that we have the walnuts or almonds. Okay, walnuts or almonds. I'm putting up Ruth. Tova is going to do the last Hebrew. There we go. Wow, very nice. Okay, Gabby, you're going to do the Ladino?
Yeah, I haven't. Yes, I haven't practiced it because you just. I haven't heard it or practiced it, so I'd like to
You want to do
apologize
it
in
together
advance.
with you?
Sure.
Ahueto de el nuezal abashi, por ver
en frutos
de el arroyo, por ver si en Florencia la vid, si espantaron las granadas. Not bad. Okay, let's have Lonnie to finish us off with the last English.
I went down into the garden of nuts to see the fruits of the valley and to see whether the vine flourished and the pomegranates budded.
Hey, beautiful. Very nice, Lonnie. Kol hakavod. Mashallah. I just want to say, I've got more Torah to share, but I just want to say how incredibly proud I am to see all of our young, from ages 3 years old all the way up to 14, do such an incredible, marvelous job. And I know that our community is in safe hands, knowing the next generation is already preparing and prepared to lead us as we move forward. I'm going to give the final word to, Bo, if you have Arovas, if you have Carib, we couldn't find any, but if you have Carib, you should have some Carib. There's no special verse, have some Carib. But I'm going to let Rubisa share a final thought.
Well, when I was looking for Carib, and I did look, I certainly didn't find any. But then I read a story that I really enjoyed and wanted to share with you. It's in the Mizrahi magazine. So if you want to get a copy, they're in the SBH foyer right now. But the author, who is the founder of Livnot Banot, which is a touring program and learning program in Israel. And he founded the institution quite a while ago, like 40 years ago or something. So he leads people around Israel and he enjoys it. And he's gotten a little slower than he used to be at it. And he has diabetes now. And he writes about that in the article and what that meant to slow down. And then not so long ago, he was taking a group and he didn't feel quite right. And somebody else didn't feel quite right. So he walked this woman back to the bus and then he walked back to the group. And as he started walking, the things around him started spinning and his legs began to lose their feeling. And he knew that he was in really big trouble. Because of his diabetes, he was not in a safe way and there was nobody around. So if he screamed for help, nobody would be able to help him. And where he was walking, there was no cell phone reception. And he knew that his blood sugar was very, very low. And he was panicking that this would be the end and what should he do? And he did what anyone should do, probably before panicking. And he asked Hashem to please help him. And he cried out in tefillah. And then he started to fall backwards. And as he fell backwards, he looked up. And above his head was a carob tree. And he grabbed the carobs as he fell down and began to chew on them before he lost consciousness. And carobs are full of sugar, of natural fruit sugar. And the carob tree, those carobs that were right there, were the answer to his tefillah and saved him completely, so that he brought his blood sugar level up and was able to walk himself back to the bus and to get medical help. So if you've had carob before, you might not have enjoyed it so much because people say it tastes like candy and that it's so sweet and it's so full of sugar. And if you've had it shipped to you, picked off the tree, and then it gets processed and then it gets shipped and then it sits in a warehouse, it loses its sweetness and it loses its beauty. But when you pull it straight off the tree, it tastes amazing. I think, at least. When we're in Israel, sometimes we'll be on a hike and we'll pass some. Thank God we're doing fine when it happens. But it's like finding a tree of granola bars, that it's crunchy and it's sweet and it's tasty. It's not candy, but let's go with it's a granola bar.
It's a granola bar. I'll go with that.
So I found the message important on the crying out for help when you need it. And the carobs are there when they're there. And maybe not in Seattle this year, but that doesn't take away from the sweetness and the pleasure of this Frutikas experience.
Okay, I want to thank everyone for all that everyone has done to make this such a special night. Mostly, again, once more, jazz hands for all the wonderful kiddies. All the Ijas and Ijas, what a wonderful job. My heart is full of joy.
Me too.
And I love it all.